You are listening to Larry Connors, USA.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
This is Larry Connors, USA. Larry Connors, USA.
I know you hate Trump, but please pull back before we set in motion the destruction of the presidency by never-ending impeachments based on lack of due process and political retribution as the motive.
Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican, South Carolina. Feb 9, 2021, he urging, prior to this beginning today, pull back. I know you hate Trump. I know you hate him, but can you consider stepping back from causing an additional divide across the country to try to really bring us together? No, they're not. They're moving forward now. They've been showing video already in the Senate, different pictures of Trump addressing a crowd, then the crowd rioting, or at least some of them, 800 or so, inside the Capitol, not even those outside, but inside, showing what kind of violence. And yet there's evidence mounting that the Capitol breach was already pre-planned. So it really just should stop the impeachment trial right there with the evidence coming out. But no, they want to push forward. Let me give you an example of the attitude of them. The lead House impeachment manager is Congressman Jamie Raskin, Democrat of Maryland. He's going to conduct the first ever trial of a president who's no longer in office. Let me tell you what Raskin said in the early hours of January 7, as the House affirmed the Electoral College vote. Congressman Raskin said, "Let us stop pouring salt into the wounds of America for no reason at all. Let us start healing our beloved land and our wonderful people." That's what he said. But look what he's doing. He's pushing forward with this impeachment. Do you consider that pouring salt in the wounds of Americans for no reason at all? Do you see any healing in that? The day before New Year's Eve, or actually on New Year's Eve, he had a personal tragedy. His 25-year-old son, Tommy, committed suicide, a lengthy battle with depression, and you had numerous members of Congress on both sides of the aisle coming up offering condolences, and rightly so, to lose a son, a child for whatever reason. But later in an interview with CNN, he appeared to link his trauma of his son, his loss, and make a political gambit out of it. I hate to say that, but that's what he did. Here's what he stated. "I'm not going to lose my son at the end of 2020 and lose my country and my republic in 2021. I found that absolutely appalling, kind of invoking his son's suicide into the midst of saying, now we move forward to impeach and punish Donald Trump and save our republic. I couldn't save my son, but we're going to save the republic." Shameless is one word that comes to mind, among many others, but also just aghast at how dare you link your son's death into this political trial. But they're doing it anyway. They're rushing forward. The impeachment trial already underway. Oh, you should know this. The Democrats are now threatening to punish President Trump, former President Trump, if he doesn't testify. No, they say, we want him to testify. We asked him to voluntarily testify, yet he has rejected it. We will establish his decision to avoid testifying. In other words, if he doesn't testify, then we're going to hold him guilty for sure. Do they not know about the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution? No person shall be compelled to testify against themselves. Oh, that part of the Constitution does not refer to Donald Trump, does it, in their opinion? Also coming up over the next 2 hours, the World Health Organization now saying, China might not be to blame for this COVID thing. I mean, maybe it didn't happen there at all. You see how far we've come with covering up this story? Dean Chen of the Heritage Foundation going to join us on what he says he thinks is going on between China, the World Health Organization, and, of course, Joe Biden. And then the story also of the CNN reporter in Tampa Bay who pretty much called the cops on Tampa Bay supporters not wearing their mask during the Super Bowl game. Lock and load. Ready on the right.
You can hear podcasts of this program at Larry Connors USA Facebook. Larry Connors USA Facebook.